Hey, hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today I'm going to talk about don't just change your beliefs, change your behaviors too. You know, all of us, everyone has a point in time where something happens that causes us to change our beliefs. You know, it could be something traumatizing, like surviving something really scary, or it could be as simple as reading a blog post or watching a documentary or even a movie or something that just causes us to change the way we think. You know, but the problem comes in when we don't match our behavior when we don't change our behavior to match our new beliefs. You know, for example, maybe you read how successful entrepreneurs master time management, and it sounds great, but then you don't put it to use and you don't try to use those ideas that you just learned to master your time management, right? Or you might find a new way of dieting and you start to become aware of all the foods that are out there that are not good for you. And then you start noticing all the unhealthy things everyone else is eating, and you're noticing it and you're aware of it and you know it, but still you might not be eating the healthiest yourself. You know, you might wish that everyone around you was nicer around you, and but still you're a little bit unpleasant to those around you, right? So this kind of behavior can hurt your relationships with your friends and family, and it can generate a lot of unwanted stress. When you don't practice what you preach, you find yourself looked down upon by other people as a hypocrite, sort of. You know, as people, we watch what others around us are doing. We're kind of aware. We have all of our senses. We use all of our senses, and we're aware of what's going on around us. And if they're hearing what you're saying, they hear what we say, but they also see our actions, and they're not likely going to accept our beliefs if our actions are telling them something different. So, in fact, depending on what it is, you might actually make yourself look bad if what you're doing is different than what you're saying. So, just an example, my daughter watched a documentary about food, and about how badly the animals are treated when they're grown in these factory farms, and it like ripped her heart out, and because of that documentary, she became vegetarian. She says, I am no longer going to eat animals. I am not, because I can't stand for the way they're being treated. And she talks a lot about being vegetarian, but she practices what she preaches. For years now, she is not swayed. She does not eat meat. And so because she's practicing what she's preaching, you know, nobody's looking at her going, well, who do you think you are? You know, I see you eating, whatever. She doesn't. So, you know, that's probably maybe a little more dramatic than just normal, like, you know, hey, I'm on a diet. And oh, whoops, I blew it. but, you know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if my daughter were to go and eat a steak somewhere, then people are going to look at her and go, well, you say you're a vegetarian. What are you doing eating a steak? Right? So, also, though, if you're not practicing what you're preaching, if you're not taking the same actions as what your beliefs are, you're going to start to feel bad emotionally. Like when you reflect on yourself and you realize that you're not the person you want to be or the person that you think you are. So like with food, we know we shouldn't be eating it, but we do it anyway, right? I'm guilty. You know, we all have lots to learn in this, especially in this area, it can be difficult, though, to make those changes. I mean, when you realize that you're not behaving the way that you believe you should be, it can be hard to change your actual behavior. So sometimes you just need to make sure you spend time every day thinking about what the changes are that you want to make, and then dedicate the time to follow through with those changes. Take some time to reflect back on your day and how it went. I talk about that a lot too, don't I? But that's how do we know if we're congruent, if we're doing the things that we want to do, if we don't look back and see how we actually acted? Because a lot of times we react when we're in the situation, right? So if we sit back and we take some time and we reflect back on our day and how it went, and think about how we could have done that differently or how we could have done that better. And this is not a time of judgment. I do not want you to judge yourself or be hard on yourself. It's not, oh, I ate that candy bar, you stupid, dumb person. Why am I doing that, right? That's not what I want you to do. Instead, I want you to look back and go, I ate that candy bar. Yeah, I did. What was I feeling when I ate it? What could I maybe have done differently so that next time I will have tools in my mind, in my tool chest, to be able to deal with that differently, right? So it's just a time of reflection without judgment to see what you could do better and what you can learn from. And it's not going to happen immediately. It could take a few weeks or more, even longer, to totally get used to changing your behavior. In the meantime, though, if you feel comfortable with it, ask a friend or a family member to help you focus on this change and keep you on track. But I want you to be careful about that too, because I don't want you to have friends or family members that think that they can judge you or constantly tell you you're doing something wrong. So you use that if it's something you feel that will benefit you, and only if it's good for you, right? Only if that person is somebody that you know will keep your best interests in heart. And then when you start really acting the way you believe you should, you're going to find that you're happier with who you are as a person. This leads to you finding happiness in life much more quickly because your beliefs are more in alignment with your actions. And you're not beating yourself up because of the things that you do. So it's also going to improve your social life, because when people hear that you're talking about your beliefs and you're living those beliefs, it's all subconscious. It's all about, how we use all of our senses, but they're going to feel that you're a trustworthy person and they're going to respect you more. Not many people can put their money where their mouth is and actually follow through with everything they say. And if you're somebody that has beliefs and you stick to them and you live them, it's just amazing. People are going to sense that, and they're going to see that, and they're going to respect you more for it. But remember, nobody expects you to be perfect either. That's not what I'm saying. It's more of a big picture type of thing. I mean, overall, if your actions match what you're saying, and maybe once in a while they don't quite line up, well, that's part of the learning process, right? As long as we're genuine and we're working to improve ourselves, people will see that and they'll respect you even more. We're never going to be perfect, and nobody wants us to be, and that wouldn't be any kind of life to live anyway, right? Growing is part of living. So we have so much life ahead of us to grow. So now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever struggled with actually taking the actions that go along with your beliefs? We've all learned things that I know that will make us better, and then we struggle to put those things into practice, and we're all learning and growing. Nobody's perfect for sure, seriously, but what kinds of things help you with that? What kinds of things help you to be more congruent with your beliefs and your actions? Please get down in the comments below and share your thoughts with us. I would love to hear your stories, and I know we have a lot to learn from you too. Anyway, thanks for being here with me today. I don't see anybody live, but if you are, thank you for being here. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.